Alright everyone, let me set the stage for you. The year is 2009. You've already gotten home from school, it's a little bit late, but you're not going to sleep because tonight is a special night. Tonight is movie night. And I don't mean the kind of movie night where your parents buy $1 candy from the bargain bin at Walmart and then put a movie on in the living room. No, tonight is a real special night. You're going to the actual movie theater. I don't care who you are or where you come from, we can all agree going to the movie theater as a kid was so peak. I mean, you walk in and the butter smells hit your nose right away, and you see the flashing lights left and right and all that candy concession. It's just peak as a kid. Anyways, back to the scenario. You arrive at the movie theater. You're standing behind your mom while she sits there and goes to buy the tickets. She says, 3 tickets to the Avatar movie, please. And you remember that there was an Avatar movie about the blue people that just came out recently, and hopefully you weren't there to see that one because you really wanted to see the Avatar the Airbender movie, which is what your whole childhood was about. But either way, you go inside of the movie theater and bam, you're in the lobby. You're hit with the butter popcorn smell and there's Coca-Cola branding everywhere. I would turn to my mom and I would say, "Mom, can I get a Coke, please?" And she would back the shit out of me and say, "How dare you ask me for money after I just bought you these tickets? But I will get you some popcorn, just give me one moment." And then like nothing happened, she would just walk over to the concessions bar and get ready to order. Yeah, can I get 1 large popcorn and a bag of Skittles, please?
Yeah, no problem. Is that all, ma'am? 1 large popcorn and some Skittles?
Yep, that'll be all.
Alright, rock on, man. That'll be $42.55.
Wait, but it's 2009. Inflation shouldn't be that bad yet. Ma'am, this is an AMC. That'll be $42.55. And then after you and your family were done getting robbed at the concession stand, you would go look for your movie theater and you would look left and right down the long halls with doors and numbers like you were transported to the back rooms and adventure before your movie even started. But eventually you do find your movie theater and you get up to your seat and you sit down and you cozy into the spot. You take a handful of popcorn, shove it into your mouth, and you get ready for the real reason you're here. That's right, the pre-movie advertisements. Now hear me out, I know nobody likes to listen to ads, but when you were a kid, and again, let me contextualize, it's 2009 and there's not a lot of ways to hear about whether or not a movie is good besides through the internet. You're gonna listen to those advertisements and you're gonna be hanging on the edge of your seat. But at the end of it all, watching through 30 minutes of ads and having to rob a bank in order to pay for our snacks, it was still worth it because we were getting great movies. The Avatar ended up being the highest grossing film until Avengers Endgame. Going to the movie theater, even though in the end it may have left you financially unstable and dependent on others, was a worth it experience because the movies were so good back in the day. Like I remember when Moana came out for the first time in 2016 and I was in middle school, there was this girl that I had a huge crush on that I was talking to at the time, and we really wanted to go see the movie together. But I guess her parents didn't trust me or something. I was a little bit of a thug. But I guess our parents didn't trust me, so we ended up inviting a bunch of our friends to come with us to the movies. And everything starts off fine in the beginning. We all get there, you know, we all made it alive. Our parents dropped us off, and we actually ended up going to a pizza place that was right next to the movie theater first. Anyways, we leave the pizza place, we're done there. I'm talking to my friend as we're leaving, and I see the girl who I planned this whole thing with was walking ahead, so I go run up next to her. I'm trying to lay down some game, trying to talk to her. Eventually, though, me and my whole friend group get into the movie theater, and we go walk into our theater, we go look for our seats. At this point, we all got scrambled around. I wasn't with the girl I was talking to at the moment anymore. I was kind of in the back. And as we get over to our seats, I noticed in the line that we had gotten, all the seats were filled out and the girl I was talking to was at the very end, which meant that the only seat that was available for me was on the complete opposite side of her. So I had planned and scheduled this whole thing, got all of our friends together, and I can't even sit next to the girl that I had wanted to. And the worst part about that story is that's not even the worst thing that happened to me at a movie theater when I was trying to go on a date. A little bit later in high school, there was a girl who actually asked me to go to the movie theater with her, and I was flabbergasted. And I wasn't surprised because like I'm an ugly guy or anything. I was just surprised because this was a girl who I actually had a crush on at the time. I actually liked her, which makes the end all the more worse. So I couldn't believe this girl asked me to go to the movie. I was like, you know, I'm a 10th grader, I'm sweating, I'm super excited. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm down to go to the movie theater with you. So the day comes for us to go to the movies. I'm dressing nice, okay? I mean, I dressed in my slacks pants, I got a button-up shirt on, like, I brushed my hair, got everything done together, right? Which, looking back on it, was definitely overkill for going to the movie theaters, but I was nervous and excited, so I get over to the movie theater, which, by the way, I had to have my mom drop me off at because I still didn't have my license. I was too young, and so I couldn't even pick up the girl to take her to the movie theaters. I just get dropped off at the movie theaters, and I get dropped off a little bit early this time because I wanted to be there before her, so that way I could be like, hey, what's up? She texts me. She lets me know that she got there. I go walk her up to the movie theater. We go over to the ticket booth, and I'm like, oh, let me be a gentleman. I'll buy your ticket for you. Don't even worry about it. I buy her tickets, and I get her candy and popcorn or whatever. And then she hits me with, oh, hey, by the way, I was really nervous about coming today, so I hope it's alright, but I invited one of our friends. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Wouldn't that be cool? That's totally fine. I don't care. That's totally cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. Yeah. You would have told me that before I bought you the ticket and the candy and all that stuff, and that's fine. Luckily, it was a friend that both of us knew, so it wasn't completely awkward, her inviting her over, but, it was still ended up being a good time. The movie was good. I enjoyed the movie a lot, and we had a great time all going as friends. So, in the end, even though I didn't get to go on the date with the girl I liked, I still had a good time at the movie just because the movie was so good, which is, like, far from nowadays. And I'm not saying there's not any good movies coming out today. I just went and saw the Avatar movie that came out, and I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. Instead, what I feel more like saying is that nowadays there's no new movies coming out. There's always just a rehash of a rehash of a rehash. I mean, the best movies that came out recently, the third Avatar movie, Frankenstein remake 100 times, a Mission Impossible movie, a Knives Out mystery. It's all just remakes of sequels to sequels. And I know it's not just me that's tired of it, because everyone I know is tired of it. And everyone they know is tired of it. I bet you're tired of it. Look, the writers are tired of it. And if everyone is tired of it, then why do we keep doing these same stories? Why do we keep doing remakes of remakes? I'm just kidding. We all know why. It's for money. It's so that way they can get more money. And I'm not against people making money. I mean, I used to play What Would You Do for $50 with my friends in school, but I mean, at some point, it's just too greedy for some people to handle. And with movie theaters, it's like an incessant greed. I mean, now they charge you convenience fees just for booking your seat online. I'm giving you the convenience. You don't have to have anyone there sell me at the actual movie theater, but you're charging me for my to convenience you. And let's actually loop back around for a moment because we need to talk about that advertising again. Like I said, when I was a child and the advertisements were good and the movies that were coming were peak, I didn't mind the 30 minutes of advertisement. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, you would hear people say the advertisements are my favorite part of the movie. I mean, you wouldn't hear me saying that. I wasn't a drone even when I was like 6 years old. But now all the advertisements are exactly the same. I guess we've reached the point where we know how to nail exactly what the perfect movie advertisement is because everyone does the same thing with the same music, like reaching a crescendo and then drops out. It has the date of the movie and like the name of the movie, and we've all seen it 1,000 times. It's not really interesting anymore. But by far the worst crime that these movies commit is they show every single thing that happens in the movie in the advertisements for the movie. They show every single major joke. They show every single major plot point. Like, yeah, I mean, I would have been attached to that character if you didn't show them dying 10 seconds into the advertisement. So at this point, it just feels like I'm watching 30 minutes of spoilers for movies that honestly, I know I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to go see Mission Impossible 24, where the impossible mission this time is feeding a cat their vitamins they need to take in order to stay healthy. Like, I know I'm not going to watch that, and I don't know why I get upset that they're showing the fact that, you know, spoiler alert, the cat doesn't take the vitamins, but for some reason it does make me upset. And honestly, hopefully it's making you upset too. This kind of culture that we're making in America is just not the best to be in anymore. I mean, it's not just the movie theater industry, it's the eating out industry, the delivery industry. Everything's just kind of getting worse and worse for the consumer as time goes on. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment sections. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to drop what you liked, your mother's maiden name, your favorite color, and where your dad was born in the comment section, and you might be able to win a free cookie. I don't know. See you. Peace.